Hey guys, welcome to Scrubs Play a Fighting Game, in which case today we're going to be talking a little bit about Rising Thunder, because I just got into the alpha, so Josh
We played it today.
and CJ, just kind of decided, hey, let's give it a little bit of a test and see what we think.
And we did not do great.
We did extremely
We
bad.
tried, viewers, alright?
Yeah, we tried actually for about, what, I'd say an hour, both of us. I got an hour beforehand in, because I just got the alpha and I was interested in it. And I'll go first kind of in my opinion of it. I have to say, I wasn't quite sure what I was expecting, because when I had seen any footage, I didn't realize that there were still light punches, medium punches, and heavy punches. I thought it was just alpha, beta, and omega, or whatever those main attacks are. Because looking at those, it was like, alright, these are the attacks that have the cooldown, have everything like that. And I was like, that's interesting, but I didn't quite know what to expect when I was playing. So as I was playing through it, I found that there weren't many characters that I could get behind. I couldn't really find my playstyle that I like, and I'm not very good at fighting games, but the playstyle I like is kind of faster. And I just couldn't hit that. The only ones that I really hit that on was Edge and Dauntless, I feel like, because I kind of like the boxer type, which is Dauntless, and Edge just kind of had that nice feel to him, in my opinion. What do you think?
I don't know. This game was something else. Like,
Yeah.
it was... I like the idea of it, like how anybody can, like, come into the game and just be decent at it. Like, this one guy, we beat them round 1, like, instantly, pretty much. And then round 2, 3, 4, he kicked our ass. It was, like, instant.
And I understand that in the sense that they learned their mistakes immediately. Like, okay, I know what I did wrong, and this is how I fix that, and this is how I get better. But for us, we're so used to the kind of Street Fighter formula, because that's our main fighting game, where it's, alright, you learn the character first, and then you take it into arcade, and you fight against bots, and then from there you go into multiplayer against friends or against other people online and kind of learn other characters. In this situation, we're all going into multiplayer learning our characters.
Yeah, you don't really... Like, you have training, but, like, pretty much training is only good for combos. Like, you can't... Like, you can learn the character, but that's it. Also, like, it speeds up the process so much because you don't have to do inputs.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, like, instant that you can just, like, go into multiplayer and try your best.
And, what are you doing? Stop. And for all in all the different robots that they had, the robots are really good. Like, the robots seem to have cool designs to them.
Except for the Ryu lady.
What's her name? Shell.
I
don't like Shell?
I don't like Shell whatsoever.
Okay. I just felt like they all have really good designs, but I wasn't really too interested in them. They didn't seem as though they had a character to them, and one of the issues that I think bothered me most was the voice changes between languages.
That might be just on our side, though. We don't know yet.
Yeah, like, whenever we'd be playing, sometimes Dauntless would be shouting things in one language and then switch to another, or Edge would switch between Japanese or whatever it was into a different language. And that was just some of the things that bothered me. What do you think?
About the characters?
About the game itself.
The game itself? I feel like if they add a little backstory to the characters, which I don't
Well, it's alpha. It's alpha.
It's alpha. So, like, right now?
Yeah.
Characters have something missing.
What do you mean?
I feel like they're missing backstories, or just stories in general. And if they're not going for that at all, that's fine. I just feel like I can't connect to these characters whatsoever. Maybe because they're giant robots.
Yeah, we've heard a few people talking about, like, oh, well, people aren't going to like it because they're robots. And I personally didn't feel that at first. Like, playing through it, I was like, oh, these robots look really cool, and I really like Gundam, and I like building Gundams and kind of watching the shows. But after about an hour and a half of playing the game, it started wearing on me, where I was just like, oh, it's generic robot versus
fighting another generic robot.
Yeah.
Also, Russian stereotype, Japanese stereotype.
Hey, look at Street Fighter and tell me that that's not stereotypical.
No, that's even worse. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
And it didn't feel all that right, in my opinion, on the character design.
I feel the same.
Yeah. Anything else you kind of have to say about the game, though?
Overall, it was alright. That's about it.
That's about it. Would you say for people who want to kind of try fighting games?
Don't make this your first fighting game.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. I think you should either learn Street Fighter, like learn the basics of that. I feel like this is just too basic. Like any other fighter you go into, you're gonna have problems just doing the inputs.
Yeah. I feel like one of the things that kind of interested us when we first started playing fighting games was the fact that it was hard and that it added a little bit of a challenge to it, kind of looking at it and saying, I don't know how to do this, I want to do this.
Yeah.
Though the only problem that I know I have is, like, I feel the need to do those moves. Whereas I know some of these special moves that a character personally has are impractical to the umpteenth degree. There's no point in having these moves.
Yeah.
And however, it's like, since I went through the training and I worked hard to learn all of them, I want to use them. In this, it takes that out, and it says, hey, listen, you need to beat this guy. Here are all your moves that a button's press. And it's just like, alright, I need to be smart about my moves. And that's what I think is really good. So in my opinion, for a new player, I feel like either start with this or start with Dive Kick. Because if you like how that plays, you like the gameplay of it.
Then you'll like this.
Yeah. You'll be like, oh, I really like... You'll like fighting games in general, I feel as though. Like, if you're trying to get into fighting games and you say, hey, I really like how fighting and, like, the mental game works and Dive Kick and works in Rising Thunder, then that's awesome. Feel free to go and check out other games because it's something that's good for you.
If you like Rising Thunder, though, that does not mean you're gonna like Mortal Kombat, you're not gonna like Street Fighter. Just...
I suppose, but then again, everyone kind of has their own fighting games. Like, people who play Marvel might not like Street Fighter, or might not like...
if you do like Dive Kick, though, you'll definitely like this.
Yeah. If you like Dive Kick, this will be something for you. You'll find it interesting. What do you say were the pros of the game, though? Like, things that you did enjoy?
The pros, combos are easy.
Yep, combos are easy. That's real good. Anything else?
Anything else? I like how each character pretty much has a different moveset. It's pretty much one, like, grappler, one, Shogo, like, one very quick, like, get close in their face character. It's not, like, nothing like, oh, you have 20 Ryus in your roster.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
Like, that's good. I like that.
For me, things that I enjoyed was taking away the obsession with special moves, making it so that there are options of characters and seeing the different types of fighting styles, and then just accessibility. It's very accessible. It's still an alpha, but I feel like when it's kind of gets finished, it's going to be very interesting. So pros, it's very accessible. The combo is really easy to pull off, which makes it really interesting. And in my opinion, I think it's fun.
In your opinion?
In my opinion, you don't think it's fun.
Maybe if I had like a controller or arcade stick.
Yes, by the way,
I feel like the keyboard is just not how you can play this. Like, some people will like it, but I'm not used to it whatsoever. And I had a real problem getting used to it.
Yeah, speaking of which, they are coming out with arcade stick support. They said, we don't know the exact date off the top of our heads, but it is coming soon.
Yes.
All right.
Which I'm happy that they're doing that.
Yeah. Alright, so think of anything else to say about the game?
No, that's about it.
Alright, thank you very much for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.